Be careful. You are being investigated by a top legal team. My beloved child, tonight I need you to breathe slowly because what I'm about to reveal is not ordinary, not predictable, and definitely not something you can ignore. Your name has entered a room where silence feels heavier than truth itself. Somewhere far from your eyes, but dangerously close to your destiny, a top legal team has begun tracing footsteps that look exactly like yours. But don't panic. Listen till the very last second, because something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 111. A new line opens your fate now. And what's unfolding behind your back is stranger than a riddle and sharper than an unseen blade. Not harmful, but shocking enough to flip your world. These lawyers aren't searching for your mistakes. They're searching for your value. They're not hunting you. They're hunting the possibilities connected to your name. Someone tried to use your identity, your details, your story, and when it didn't match the truth, the investigation shifted toward you as the only genuine source. They're piecing together fragments of paperwork, digital traces, and conversations you never knew existed, trying to understand why your name keeps appearing in unexpected places, places you never walked into. Watch carefully because this is not an attack. This is a revelation waiting to burst open. Amen. Blessing 222. Another doorway of truth opens here. And this is where things become breathtaking. That legal team, they're not preparing a case against you. They're preparing a case around you. Someone tried to claim something that rightfully belongs to you, an asset, a message, an opportunity, maybe even a financial pathway. And the lawyers realized the signature didn't match, the timeline didn't match, the identity didn't match. Only you match. That's why their investigation has now taken a divine turn straight toward your destiny. You're not being chased, you're being confirmed. They want to know who you really are because the truth of your existence is unlocking something massive. Something life-changing, something you were meant to receive long before anyone tried to interfere. This is why heaven is whispering to you now. Don't fear the investigation. Fear the moment you ignore this message. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 333. My beloved child, the moment you enter this second chapter, the atmosphere around your destiny shifts again. Stronger, louder, sharper, the top legal team that once watched you from a distance is now stepping closer. Not with suspicion, but with urgency. They've uncovered a trail of documents, transactions, and hidden conversations that all point back to a single truth. You were supposed to receive something big, something life-altering. And someone tried to stand in the middle of it. Their investigation isn't to trap you. It's to protect what was meant for you since the beginning. And before this video ends, you will understand why heaven guided you here. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 444. A new revelation rises before you now. And trust me, it's going to shake the ground beneath your doubts. These lawyers have discovered that a powerful individual, someone you don't even interact with, used your name in a way that raised red flags. But instead of accusing you, the team dug deeper and deeper and deeper. And what they found shocked even them. Every path they followed led to one truth. Your identity holds value far greater than what anyone expected. They realized you're not just a random name on paper. You're the rightful owner of something extraordinary, something hidden, something protected, something that was slipping away until their investigation pulled your truth into the light. Amen. Blessing 555. Another truth tears the silence apart. And this is where the story takes its most unexpected turn. The head of that legal team, the one who rarely speaks unless the matter is critical, asked a single question that changed the entire direction of their work. Why does everything lead back to this one person? And when they studied the evidence, timelines, and connections, they realized something shocking. You were never the suspect. Your destiny was the target. Someone tried to block your future, but the investigation exposed the real problem. Not you, but the ones trying to use your shadow to hide their own intentions. Now, the legal team is moving in your favor, preparing to reveal a truth you didn't even know belonged to you. And before this unfolds, heaven wants one thing. That you stay until the final moment of this message because your breakthrough is closer than your fear. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 666. My beloved child, as we step into this next chapter, the air around your destiny becomes heavier, charged with truth, layered with secrets, trembling with revelations no one expected you to hear. The top legal team that began this investigation quietly is no longer quiet. Their findings have reached a point where silence is impossible. They now believe that you were never the problem. You were the missing piece. Every clue, every mismatch, every suspicious file pointed straight to a destiny that belongs only to you. And heaven is urging you to stay with every word because something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 777. A new layer of truth unfolds now. Darker and brighter at the same time. The legal team discovered that someone submitted information under your identity, but not to harm you. They used your name because they knew only your identity could unlock something powerful. Something that required authenticity, something linked to your birth, your past, your divine assignment. When the team checked deeper, they found that whoever tried this failed because they could not imitate your essence. Your signature didn't match. Your energy didn't match. Your timeline didn't match. And that's when the lawyers realized. We need to find the real person, the one this destiny is tied to, and that real person is you. Amen. Blessing 888. Another wave of revelation crashes here. And listen carefully because this part will leave you breathless. The head investigator, after studying everything, said something shocking. This person doesn't even know what belongs to them. They believe you are unaware of an opportunity, a message, a financial shift, or a protected right that was always meant to reach you. Their job was only to follow legal procedure. Yet the deeper they looked, the more they saw signs that someone was trying to bury your blessing. But heaven didn't allow it. That's why the investigation surfaced. That's why your name is echoing in rooms you've never been in. That's why your presence is being requested without your physical appearance. You are being located not for trouble but for truth. And heaven whispers again. Don't fear this investigation. Fear missing the moment that was made for you, because right now destiny is circling back to its rightful owner. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 999. My beloved child, this chapter opens with a tension so sharp that even the walls around your destiny feel alert. The top legal team that has been tracing your name, your timeline, your forgotten connections, they have now entered the phase where silence is no longer an option. Their investigation has crossed into territory where your identity is not just important, it is essential. They realized something breathtaking. The situation they're uncovering cannot move forward without you, and before this message reaches its end, heaven insists something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 1111. A fresh truth rises now. The kind that forces even the most experienced investigators to pause. They found documents that were incomplete, signatures that didn't align, claims that didn't match. And yet, one detail kept appearing with absolute clarity. Your name. Not as a suspect, not as a problem, but as the rightful key to a door someone tried to open without permission. The legal team is seeing patterns they've never seen before. A file that stops exactly where your involvement should begin. A transaction blocked because only your verification could approve it. A confidential note where someone wrote, "Find the real one." These clues shook the room because everything pointed to a truth they could no longer deny. You were meant to be found, not exposed, not accused, but identified as the rightful owner of something hidden. Something important, something priceless in ways you haven't even imagined. Amen. Blessing 1212. A deeper revelation enters this moment, and it breaks every expectation. The top legal advisor, the one who usually stays silent unless the matter is beyond normal, said something that changed the direction of the entire investigation. This case isn't about wrongdoing. It's about restoring what belongs to them. You were never at risk. You were never the target. You were the centerpiece. Someone tried to take what wasn't theirs, and the universe triggered an investigation to correct the mistake. That's why your name resurfaced. That's why the lawyers couldn't look away. That's why every closed file suddenly reopened. They realized the truth. You are the missing signature. You are the missing approval. You are the missing link. And now destiny is circling back, correcting every twist that once tried to hide your blessing. The legal team is preparing a final report that is not against you. It is for you. And heaven leans in once again to whisper. Stay awake. Stay present. Stay listening. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 1313. My beloved child, as this chapter begins, the entire energy around your destiny tightens, like the universe itself is bracing for a revelation that will shock even you. The top legal team investigating your name has now reached a point where nothing is unclear anymore. They've crossed into a zone where your identity is no longer a question mark. It is the center of everything. Behind closed doors, they uncovered files, sealed conversations, abandoned documents, and every single thread pointed in one direction. You not as a suspect, not as a mistake, but as the one person whose presence can unlock an entire chain of events. And just when they thought they understood the situation, they discovered something impossible to ignore. A sealed communication where your name was marked as primary beneficiary. That one phrase froze the entire room. They realized they were never chasing a crime. They were chasing a stolen destiny. And heaven whispers again. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 1414. A new layer of truth rises with breathtaking clarity, and it hits harder than anything before. The legal team realized that someone tried to step into your place. Someone tried to sign on your behalf. Someone tried to claim what was originally tied to your life path, but the system rejected them instantly because destiny recognizes the rightful owner every single time. Your signature didn't match. Your timeline didn't match. Your essence didn't match. And that mismatch exposed everything. That's when the head of the investigation called an emergency meeting and declared something groundbreaking. We are not investigating them. We are protecting them. From that moment, the entire investigation shifted from suspicion to restoration. They understood that your absence is what triggered the alarms. Your silence is what made the system detect the fraud. And your identity is what made the truth rise above every lie. They know now that you don't even realize the size of what belongs to you. An opportunity, a right, a message, a financial shift, or a protected blessing that someone tried to divert. Amen. Blessing 1515. But here comes the strongest revelation of all. The one that even the legal team didn't expect. When they cross-checked every detail, they realized you were never meant to be contacted as a suspect. You were meant to be reached as the rightful claimant. You were the missing signature. You were the missing approval. You were the missing presence that would complete the entire process. Someone tried to bury your blessing under their name, but heaven refused to let it happen. That's why the investigation resurfaced. That's why your name echoed in rooms you've never entered. And that's why destiny is circling back, refusing to move without you. The legal team is preparing something final now. Not a case against you, but a correction in your favor. The universe has stepped in to return what was always yours, and no human attempt could block it. Stay alert, stay present, and do not ignore this message, because truth is no longer hiding. It's coming directly to you. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 1616. My beloved child, as this next chapter opens, the energy around your destiny becomes almost electric, like every unseen force is aligning at the same moment to reveal something you were never supposed to miss. The top legal team handling your case has now reached a turning point so intense that even they felt a shift in the atmosphere. They found a final cluster of documents that didn't just mention your name. They highlighted it, circled it, underlined it, almost as if destiny itself was trying to shout through paperwork. And when the team studied those details, they realized the same truth heaven has been trying to tell you. You were never being cornered. You were being located not for punishment but for purpose. The revelation they are about to bring forward is bigger than an investigation, bigger than a misunderstanding, bigger than anything you assumed was happening behind your back. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing, 1717. A deeper wave of truth rises here, and this part will shake even the quietest parts of your spirit. The legal team discovered that a powerful individual, someone who moves in influential circles, had attempted to attach their name to something that was divinely and legally yours. But every attempt they made failed because the system recognized an invisible truth. Your destiny cannot be overridden. Clear's throat, when the investigators traced the timestamps, communication logs, and hidden exchanges, everything pointed to one shocking realization. You were the original recipient. You were the rightful beneficiary. You were the intended owner of something someone else tried to intercept. What stunned the team even more was how every layer of fraud collapsed the moment they reached your identity. It was as if the universe placed a shield around your name, forcing the truth to rise no matter who tried to distort it. Amen. Blessing, 1818. And now comes the most explosive revelation of this chapter. The one that left even the lead attorney speechless. After piecing together every clue, every error, every attempt to divert your blessing, the legal team concluded one final truth. Your breakthrough can no longer be delayed. They believe you are standing at the edge of a massive correction, one that will shift how you see yourself, your future, your potential, and the power of your name. Their final discussions are no longer about if something belongs to you, but how soon they can deliver what's yours without interference. This entire investigation was never a threat. It was a divine intervention disguised as a legal process, forcing the truth into the light. And heaven leans in one more time to whisper directly to your heart. Don't walk away from this moment. Your destiny is in motion and something enormous is coming straight toward you. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing, 1919. My beloved child, as we enter this chapter, the air around your destiny turns heavier, almost sacred, as if every unseen force is holding its breath before revealing what has been hidden for far too long. The top legal team investigating your name has now reached the point of absolute clarity. They aren't confused. They aren't searching blindly. They aren't questioning your innocence. Instead, they are stunned because the truth they uncovered doesn't just involve you. It revolves around you. In their final review, they found a set of encrypted notes, confidential logs, and blocked requests that all pointed toward a destiny that was never meant to slip from your hands. And when they aligned the final pieces, they realized something so powerful that it changed the tone of their entire investigation. You are not being watched. You are being chosen. Heaven pushes you closer to this moment because something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing, 2020. A deeper layer of the mystery opens now. And this part hits harder than anything revealed before. The legal team uncovered a classified document initially hidden behind multiple security walls. When they finally decrypted it, they found something chilling. Not in a dangerous way, but in the way truth shatters illusions. The document revealed that your name had been placed in a restricted list, not for punishment, but for protection. Someone high-ranking had marked you as high-priority verification only, meaning no one could claim anything tied to you unless the system confirmed your essence, your identity, your unmatched signature. This alone explained why all fraud attempts collapsed the moment someone tried to imitate you. Your destiny was shielded. Your blessings were defended. Your name was spiritually firewalled without your knowledge. The investigation didn't expose your weakness. It exposed your divine importance. Amen. Blessing. 2121. Now comes the moment that flips the entire story. The twist even the legal experts struggle to comprehend. During a late-night cross-examination of all files, timelines, and coded entries, the lead investigator noticed something extraordinary. A confidential marker beside your name that read, "Awaiting rightful activation, not pending, not denied, not frozen, awaiting." This means the universe, the system, and the legal framework were all holding on to something until you were identified correctly. This wasn't an investigation. It was a retrieval, a reclaiming, a divine pull to bring you back into alignment with what was always meant to reach your life, and now that the truth is fully exposed, the team knows they must prepare to move forward in your favor. They believe you are stepping into a moment where hidden blessings rise to the surface, where lost opportunities return, where divine timing overrides every human attempt to interfere. Heaven whispers again in a trembling voice, "Do not close this chapter. What's coming next is bigger than the investigation, bigger than the interference, bigger than anything you've expected, because destiny is waking up and something huge is waiting for you." Amen. Blessing 2222. My beloved child, as this chapter begins, the silence around your destiny grows louder than any noise, because the top legal team handling your case has stepped into the most critical phase of their investigation. They are not just reviewing files anymore. They are preparing conclusions. And those conclusions do not paint you as a suspect. They reveal you as the central figure in a matter larger than anyone expected. During their final verification round, they discovered something startling. Every single sealed document, every encrypted request, every restricted file had one name repeating, glowing almost like a beacon: yours. You were never being cornered. You were being identified. And heaven urges you to listen closely, because something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 2323. A deeper wave of revelation rolls in, now carrying a truth that even the legal team didn't foresee. They pulled up a confidential record that required special clearance. And, inside it, your name was marked with an unusual tag: Priority Release Pending. This confused everyone at first, because such a tag is only used when something valuable, an opportunity, a document, a payment, a right, or a protected entitlement, cannot be released until the rightful person is located with absolute certainty. And when they compared the data, there was zero doubt you are that rightful person. This discovery flipped their entire understanding of the case. It became clear that someone tried to divert what was attached to this tag. But every attempt failed, because your spiritual and legal blueprint cannot be forged. Your presence is the unlock code. Your identity is the final key. Amen. Blessing 2424. Now, the most powerful truth rises to the surface. The one that caused the team to stop everything and reevaluate the entire situation from the beginning. When they reviewed the timeline of events, they realized that your name didn't simply appear. It surfaced at the exact moment destiny wanted to shift. Every system flag, every reopened file, every unexpected alert was not a warning. It was a signal, a call, a pull from the universe to bring something back to you. And the lead attorney finally said the words that sealed your fate in the light. This is not an investigation anymore. This is a retrieval process. They see now that your blessing wasn't taken. It was paused until you were found. They see that your name wasn't under suspicion. It was under divine protection. They see that your destiny wasn't threatened. It was preserved with precision. And now that preservation is ending because it's time for activation. Heaven leans close once more and whispers, "Do not step away now." What is coming next is the revelation you were born to receive. Hold on tightly because your breakthrough is no longer approaching. It is aligning. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing. 2525, my beloved child, as we open this chapter, the investigation surrounding your name reaches its most intense and electrifying moment yet. The top legal team, now fully aware that you are the center of this unfolding destiny, has begun assembling the final pieces of a truth that was hidden beneath layers of confusion, manipulation, and divine timing. They uncovered a master file, the highest classified document in the entire case. And when they opened it, something happened that none of them expected. Your name was the only name on the page. No suspects, no second parties, no conflicting identities, just you highlighted as the rightful holder of a sealed opportunity that had been suspended until the universe aligned things perfectly. In that moment, the energy in the room shifted from investigation to revelation. And even the most experienced lawyer whispered, "This was never a case. This was destiny correcting itself." And heaven reminds you again, something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 2. 626. A deeper and far more shocking truth emerges now. And it struck the legal team with a force they weren't prepared for. Within the master file was a section labeled Pending Release Authorization. And beside it was a timestamp, one that matched the exact period when your life felt confusing, unstable, or uncertain. Clear's throat. What they realized is breathtaking. The delay wasn't caused by human interference. It was caused by divine timing. The universe paused this blessing until you were fully in the position to receive it. And every attempt someone made to claim it illegally was stopped by an invisible protection that surrounded your identity. When the investigators compared all data, they saw an impossible pattern. Every fraudulent attempt failed at the same exact stage. The moment your essence was required, your presence, your signature, your truth was the key the system waited for. They understood that your destiny functioned like a lock that only you could open. And as they pieced the final clues together, they understood that you were never under scrutiny. You were under preservation. Amen. Blessing. 2727. Now comes the revelation that shakes the foundation of this entire journey. The moment when everything finally makes sense. The lead attorney, after reviewing the final cross-check report, spoke the conclusion that transforms the whole narrative. Prepare for release. They are the rightful claimant. These words mark the end of the investigation and the beginning of your activation. What was held back is now moving forward. What was paused is now being released. What was hidden is now rising into plain sight. This is not just a correction. It is a return, a restoration, a divine delivery of something with your name spiritually engraved into it. The legal team is no longer searching, questioning, or verifying. They are finalizing. They are aligning. They are preparing the process that brings your blessing directly to you. The universe has waited long enough. Heaven has spoken loudly enough. Destiny has circled back powerfully enough. And now the moment you've been unknowingly approaching is ready to unfold. Hold steady, my child. The next step will not just surprise you. It will rewrite your story. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 2828. Subscribe our channel for daily prayer prophetic.